Hello, everyone. I'm Kathy Savoie, and I'm an extension professor with the University of Maine Cooperative Extension. And I'm very excited to be here today to talk about a program that means a lot to me, and that is the Building Agricultural Literacy Through an Immersive Culinary Experience. And first of all, a huge thank you to the Association of Northeast Extension Directors for this award. And I also would like to express gratitude to Jason Bolton, Associate Dean with the University of Maine Cooperative Extension, for nominating me for this award. It means a lot to be nominated and to have my work recognized. Thank you. This project is a review of the grant that we have received, which is a multi-year grant. And you all know all of the acronyms. This is an AFRI, NIFA USDA grant. And the specific grant line that this was funded through is the Professional Development in Agricultural Literacy. And we received this grant in fiscal year 21, and it goes through September of 2024. The specific audience for this grant work are the Maine career, technical, and education culinary arts instructors. So in Maine, this is relatively a small group, but it's believed that they have a huge potential impact on the future of supporting a local food system here in Maine. And the goal of the grant is to increase the CTE chef instructors' agricultural literacy to really enhance a connectedness between agriculture and food service. So these technical instructors work hands-on, day-to-day with what I believe to be is the future of Maine's food system. So the high school students who are interested in culinary arts, and the belief here is that if we can impact the instructors to be providing more local food system education, that this will weave its way into the future of these students as they grow and become chefs within the Maine food system. I really believe one of the strengths of the program, the grant application, was a needs assessment that I conducted in 2017 and 2018 with both the potential chef instructors that are part of the grant now, and also the directors at the career tech ed high schools. The survey assessed where they currently were at in terms of providing local food system education, and also what did they desire to change or to enhance. And there were three key areas that popped up when we identified where did they want to grow, what did they want to enhance. And those three areas are identified here as nutrition, whole animal butchery, and also a greater understanding of local food systems. So these were some of the real strong components that were built into the grant application. And I'd like to ask you all to think about successful projects that you've been involved with in your career, and recognize that so many times it's about getting the right partners around the table, the people who have a clear sense of what's expected, a clear value to contribute to the project. And I would say with this grant, we definitely got the right people around the table. In addition to myself, we also have Rob Dumas, who is the Food Science Innovation Coordinator and Facilities Manager with the School of Food and Ag at the University of Maine at Orono. So what he brings to the table are amazing skills around culinary. He is a certified executive chef. And through his work at the food pilot plant, he also has great connectedness within what is happening in Maine's local food scene. So the ability to make a lot of great connections. In addition to Chef Rob Dumas, we also have Willie Grenier, who joins us as a partner in this grant. And she is the executive director of Maine Agriculture in the Classroom. So, anytime you're focusing on a specific subject area, when writing a grant, definitely need to get the people who are already doing that work around the table to collaborate with. And, let's just set the table here and understand what is agricultural literacy. So a person who understands and can communicate and understand the value of agriculture as it affects our quality of life. So really building upon that, helping to set the stage for that with our audience. And there were a number of things that were done in year one to help understand where our target audience, again, the chef instructors at our CTE programs, were. And so to do that, I used existing resources to conduct a landscape analysis. And I used the Judd Murray Agricultural Literacy Instrument to assess where teachers already were in terms of meeting or needing more around the national agricultural literacy outcomes. And this tool will also be used as I look to the end of this grant cycle and being able to measure where folks, what are the changes that have been made. This, I think, another strength of our grant application was in that we were able to clearly identify 4 specific grant activities that would help us to meet our overall goals for the grant. And those 4 specific activities are here: fall classroom visits. And this involves myself and Rob Dumas, and we visit classrooms and provide really an opportunity for coaching and introducing more information around the local food system. Mini grants are another specific activity of the grant. I'll talk more about that. Our third activity is the local foods competition. And our real signature event, if you will, is the Immersive Culinary Arts Summer Institute, of which we have held 2 and will be hosting another one in the summer of 2024. So when we go to the classrooms, they are similar from year to year in that we focus on local foods. So this is a day where Rob and I get to go to the classroom. We spend a complete day working directly with the students. So we were there in the fall of 2021 and 2022. And this year in 2023, we are seeing even more students in their classrooms and in their kitchens. So we bring the local foods pantry in, talk a lot about local foods, and then each year has also included, and here's that hands-on experiential learning happening, where students are challenged to use the local foods pantry and to also build upon the lesson, and the lesson is the component that has changed each year, to meet a specific challenge in terms of a hands-on cooking challenge. So in year one, we focused on, the lesson focused on helping students to understand the seasons of the year and how that impact both people, plants, and animals in relationship to a local food system. Year 2 involved a different lesson where I focused on dietary food preferences. So students had a lesson where they learned about different food allergens. Again, a very important concept as we look at the future for food service industry work with these students. And also other types of dietary food preferences that people have. So helping them to understand the importance of meeting consumers where they're at. Year 3 of the classroom visits includes having students meet, learn more about nutrition throughout the life stages, and having to create a plate of food that meets a specific nutritional needs for someone's life stage that they're at. So that may be a preschooler, a sedentary teen, an active teen, a pregnant woman, or an elderly person. So again, understanding the nutritional needs of people and how to put a plate of food together using only local foods that meets those nutritional needs. We've had incredible reach in this particular part of our program. You can see in 2021, we visited 9 CTE programs, and our greatest potential reach we could have is the 23 programs. And in 2022, we reached 16 programs. And in 2023, so this year, we're still working on the classroom visits, but we have 20 schools that have invited us to come and do the local foods cooking competition and the nutrition and portion size lesson. The second component of the grant is this mini grants, where again, working directly with the chef instructors, we have been able to give out $40,000. And this is to help support agricultural literacy education programs. And over the course of 3 years, we have provided 21 grants to 15 programs. The third element of our grant is a local foods competition. We will host our third event in April of 2024, and we have already had 2 other events in 2022 and 2023. And we've seen growth in this area as well. Schools are invited to attend a local foods competition, and they are judged on things that are listed here. But basically, we're looking at the students' ability to create plates of foods using local foods. And what this does is it's a real driver for our chef instructors. They, like most people, want to win. So it really helps to drive providing local food system education in their classroom. So they know that this competition is going to focus on local foods, so they will have more lessons in their classroom, helping to build up their students' proficiency around using those local foods. And here are some photos from our students in year 1 and 2. And, you can see this is a real cooking competition. Students are front and center. They're being judged not only on their ability to cook foods, but also to prepare foods and answer questions about their local foods. Additional pieces of this event are that students are on campus. They are right there at the food pilot plant at the University of Maine at Orono, and we're able to build in other components to the day. So they get to go and visit the student center. They get to have lunch in one of our dining halls. We've organized tours of the dining facilities so they can see what it looks like in a large kitchen that produces meals for 15,000 people a day. And they also get to meet other students at the University of Maine at Orono and tour the food science program, as well as the dietetic and nutrition program. So here we are at, what I consider to be our real signature event. And this is where we have chefs. The chef instructors get on the bus and they are in the field out meeting processors and producers. We have a 4-day event, and I really want to say, again, building upon Rob Dumas and his great connections with the food system in the state of Maine, we're able to pull together what is an amazing tour for these teachers. Here are the key players that we visited on those 4 days, excuse me. And then 2023, here's an overview of what we were able to do with our 4-day Culinary Arts Summer Institute. You can see by the map that we focused more in a more concentrated area this year. And we were in Aroostook County for 4 days. It was an amazing tour. We were able to go to Hatch to see some custom processing happen of a primal cut of beef. We were able to visit farms and better understand what Aroostook County is known for, which is potato growing. We saw organic potatoes, and we were able to see lots of different ways that potatoes are processed in a small scale versus a large scale. So we went to Fox Family Potato Chip for a small scale view, and then went to Penobscot McCrum to see a massive processing facility for Maine potatoes. Here, again, amazing to think of all the places that we're able to visit for this immersive event that get those chef instructors front and center, meeting the farmers, meeting the producers, you know, all of the elements, all of the senses are engaged on this tour. So to give you a quick overview, here are some slides from day 1, 2, 3, and 4 from our year 1 of our Culinary Arts Summer Institute. And to end, I would like to share some quotes from our attendees. And as you read down through these, you can see the impact of what this program has had on the chef instructors. Thank you very much for your time. Again, thank you to the Association of Northeast Extension Directors for this award. It means a lot to me. Thank you.